Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica artwork here. And we're working on this image of the eyes. I would like to see if we can... There's a couple things I might want to do with the eyes. I would like for them to be larger, number one, in the frame. And I think that we should twist them a little bit. But for now, let's take a look. 2, 3, we're gonna group these. Does it not let me? There we go. I think they should be more like that. And obviously the fact that it collides with the other thing is, we can fix that. There's not really a way to get it to be an exact equivalent here. All right, yeah, that looks better. Then maybe we will put them behind everything. Okay, let's group them together. We'll put them behind everything that's not a reference thing. And that works for now. Now I'm interested to go back into the eyes. I want to try doing a different style for this thing here. The question is, how do I do it? I think I can turn off on this. Hold on. So the pressure is set to 14. If I do this, it still does it, but I guess not as much. Oops. Essentially, I want it to be an exact line. Let's see, is there anything that would do that? The ink is set to 100. If we set the bones to 100, that kind of works. This is pressure-based size. This is kind of like jitter, I guess. I think this works. So we're gonna do our circles with this instead. Now we'll make this really small. Not that small. Yeah. Yep, that works for what we're doing. Now I'll just delete the sections that are sticking out. It's interesting that the eraser seems to have the bones as well. Oops, my iPhone cable is sticking out here. But this works much better than the previous versions of the circles, which were these, where they kind of ended up looking a lot more lumpy because of the size variation. Now, we're going to do one that is around the edge of this line. All right, I just can't see what I'm doing. Hold on. We got to get rid of that and that. Oh, that counts as an action. Okay, hold on. Let's get rid of the bones. So the eraser has different bones. It's not the same. I get it. Now you can see that this was totally wrong because we couldn't see what we were doing. And we're gonna match the black outline to the white outline. So this is pretty much correct, and we'll go from there. Okay, so now we're gonna match the black to where we drew the outline. For that, we don't need the bones. I like how you can see the black coming through the white, which is a nice aspect. It makes me want to go past the line a little bit. Actually, yeah, what if we did go past the line a little bit? Turn the bones back on. Okay. Good. So that looks a lot better than that. Now we can just do the same thing here, and then we can duplicate it because the eye has already been duplicated. Best thing for this would be to create a line once, then we're going to get rid of the eye, and just do this. Good. And then we'll make one more beginning of the thing, like this. Oh, like this. Okay. So it still has that kind of like hand done imperfection look, but it's not as totally as crappy looking as the other one. So it's sort of like a good middle ground. Now for this, we want to do the same thing we did with the other. It's weird the way that the pen works when it's like this. Okay, so actually we do want the bones on this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that was a bit of extra attention that we gave to this one little part, but I think it turned out well. We're gonna thin out this line here. And it allowed us to fix sort of the circular shapes inside the eyes as well. Now let's turn down the opacity on these like we wanted to. And good. We'll put the inside of the eye back in. We're gonna turn this off. And also I wanna turn off the thing we just did. So we're gonna, I think this is supposed to be set to 14. 15 is close enough. And you can see the difference between this eye and that eye on the left. I like this one on the right better. Come on, what's going on here? Oh, you know what, let's turn off that. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, and now let's delete this old, come on. Delete this old layer. And we're going to turn this, well, first we can use this for a reference. So we're gonna duplicate this and we're just gonna lay it on top of that. Use it for spacing reference, and then for this, we're gonna turn that off and delete it. Great. Now we have the eyes that are sort of overlooking the scene in this kind of creepy, you know, Big Brother type of way. Let's do the sheep next. So there's kind of, it's a little confusing that there's two tones that are very close to each other that we're using. One is for the sort of fill-in color, and the other is the outlines, but I think that's what we're gonna want. So let's do this with the sheep, see if we like him being white instead of black. I think this will work. The question is, though, is the white sheep going to take away from the white eyes, which we really want to be the most stark sort of thing in the scene. So if that happens, we probably will turn him black. And we can test whether or not we like him black really easily. So we'll do that in a second. So that's good. Now let's do that. We're gonna duplicate it. And now I don't know how to use these kind of like layer styles and stuff, so we're gonna have to screw around with it. What do we do? Not that. Oh, you can name the groups. Okay, that's good. Color balance, curves. Huh. I'm not sure how you would just invert the colors. No. Oops, don't want to do that. Curves, how would I do that? If you change the contrast, I don't think that's gonna do it. This is to turn it monochromatic, but I don't think there would be an option. Oh, apparently not. Well, it's black and white values. Red, yellow. No. Okay, so the best way to do it then, if we can't do it like that, is gonna be another way. But let's just give it a shot here. Okay, and then we'll put the black underneath and just see if we like this better than that. We gotta remove the bones though, it's giving us a hard time. Do we like that better or that? It might end up being the black figure, but for now we will leave it. We'll just group this as a test inside of this, I guess. Why won't it move? There we go. All right, now we want to do the tree. And the tree is going to be interesting because it won't really have any outlines. And I think that's going to be the best way to keep it feeling like less important than the items in the background. Or in the foreground, rather. So we're obviously going to turn off the figures while we work on the tree. So what do we got here? We didn't make this into a group yet. And this was reference stuff. So we're gonna group all the reference ones together. First we're gonna, oh yeah, that's correct. So first we're gonna group these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn them all on, then group them and turn them off. Good. Now we're gonna turn off 1, 2, 3, and just work on this tree. Good. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna turn this guy back to 100%. And let's put the tree in the background since we're not even gonna be dealing with the characters while it's there. I wonder if we would want the tree to be like, it's kind of cheating to make it a different shade of black or a different weight or whatever. We'll see how we like it. At the time, I think it could end up kind of dominating the frame, but a lot of the compositional stuff needs to change anyway. Like they're kind of like too much in front of the eyes right now, and there's a few things happening. So we'll mess with this further on the next one. Thank you for joining, ladies and gents. That's going to do it for this instance of illustrating the book, and I will see you